ClearCut PR is on a mission to get brilliant, hardworking entrepreneurs in Las Vegas and beyond the publicity they deserve, and they guarantee you'll get it.
Joining us now is ClearCut PR founder and lead publicist Brian Lockery to discuss how his company can help you and to share about his exciting reality TV show role.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Before we get into the reality TV show, ClearCut PR, what exactly do you do?
Simply put, we're a PR firm, and we niche down specifically to entrepreneurs and startups to get them the publicity that they deserve.
Now, what is the reason you decided to do that with entrepreneurs, startups? What was the reason there as opposed to just entertainment clients?
Yeah, so there's no shortage of PR firms and people out there that will get you the publicity. Entrepreneurs and startups, we need publicity that gets you results. So we're on a mission to make sure that we're not only getting you onto the stages and in front of the screens and onto the publications that you need to be, but how to get quantifiable results with those, such as leads, revenue, and followers.
So what did you do before you became an entrepreneur yourself and started up this firm?
That's a good question. So I spent 12 years before entrepreneurship in the corporate hustle society of New York City, and I was working inside of there to get publicity and do communications projects such as marketing and sales for brands like Disney, Warner Brothers. We worked with retailers like Walmart and Target, and I did that for 12 years. I tried to get as much knowledge out of that as I possibly could before I brought that knowledge to the problem solvers like entrepreneurs and startups.
Well, earlier, Elliott kind of threw it in there that you're going to be on a reality TV show. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we're on a reality show called The Blocks. The Blocks is the largest live-in startup competition, and it's specifically for startups and entrepreneurs. And they take about 80 or so entrepreneurs, and they put them in a week-long competition with pitches. There's classes involved in it. It's not your typical reality show. It's very educational based. It's hosted by reality superstar Wes Bergman from The Challenge and The Real World. And Wes has a great heart for entrepreneurship, and he's out there helping entrepreneurs. My role in that show is being a judge on the show to score the mentors or to score the entrepreneurs as they go through the competition, as well as mentor them.
What is it about entrepreneurship that excites you? You know, clearly you took that path yourself as a choice after, like you mentioned, the grind of corporate America. Yeah. What is it about that sector and that kind of creative aspect of business that entices you so much?
Well, Elliott, the entrepreneur is a problem solver, and an entrepreneur is somebody who starts a business to solve a problem, and that is creating the cure for the culture that we have today. We need a culture full of problem solvers, and my job is to completely enable that problem solver to do their job and remove any obstacle in their path. So I have a passion for that because I'm not only somebody who's helping them, but I'm an entrepreneur myself. So I specifically want to forge a business for them that allows them to remove any obstacles in order for them to solve the problems that they're looking to solve and contribute to a culture of solving the problems that we all need.
Is there any advice you can give to somebody that is saying, okay, I hear you on the corporate America, I'm ready to venture out and do my own thing?
Yeah, do it. So there's something that we call, do it is the advice. There's something that we call an entrepreneur, which is your ugly baby, which is your idea, your first startup, your first venture into entrepreneurship, and everyone's really afraid to put their baby out into the world because they're afraid that it's going to be called ugly, and that's okay because everyone's baby is going to be ugly at first in the world of entrepreneurship, and the only way you're going to get better is by doing it 100 times, 1,000 times. Nobody's going to be good at it the first time. It would be unreasonable to think that you're going to be good at it at first, so it's okay to do it and for it not to be perfect because you're going to be better at it the 100th time or the 1,000th time that you do it.
And I think, more specifically as well, that the encouragement is there because there are people like you who can add assistance support, and you've already been through those ugly children syndromes, in able to show people that, a different path or another way to think about things.
Yeah, so, we, as any entrepreneur that has any bit of success, we owe a debt to every other entrepreneur out there. And the idea is that I want to be out there helping people, having them not make the mistakes that I was making at first in my first journey of the ugly baby syndrome at first. And if I can help them get there faster based on telling them about the mistakes that I made early on, then that's really what I'm set out to do.
Very cool.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, guys.
For more information, be sure to head to clearcutpr.com.